Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth. Oh, I can't even talk. I'm over here drinking a smoothie, and some of the seeds from the fruit, or I guess some of the parts is, I guess I didn't, blend it that well. So I'm tasting some of the fruit, I guess. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about some people. All right. First thing I want to talk about is Miss Kimora Lee Simmons. I saw part of an interview the other day. Kimora was basically talking about she's been asked numerous times to join the Real Housewives. Now, she didn't say which city. I don't know if it was Beverly Hills, Atlanta, New York. I don't know. I'm assuming it would probably be either Beverly Hills or Atlanta. Does she live in Atlanta? Probably Beverly Hills. Because if she don't live in Atlanta, then, I mean, girl, that don't mean nothing. But, because, girl, sometimes, do the girls really live in a city sometimes, right? But I'm thinking it will probably be Beverly Hills. But she's been asked numerous times to join the franchise. She always receives phone calls. I was on All True Tea. Shout out to All True Tea. They had posted something from basically Kimora responded to someone. So they put, "Love you, Kimora. Join Housewives, please." And then she responded and said, "Y'all not about to have me in a tussle." And then somebody put, "Girl, bring back Kimora 2004 era and watch all those girls fold, period." Okay? And then she put, "I'm thinking." I know some of y'all probably still mad at Kimora, because Kimora, was gassing the Kardashians up. Remember when all that mess was going on with, I think, Jordan and girl Tristan third trimester Trash Thompson? Girl, okay? CD. That's what they call them. Community. Okay? Kimora used to have a show back in the day. I don't know if y'all know, but I used to watch it. I think that Kimora would be great for the Real Housewives. I really, really do. Kimora gives me like that girl who can be fabulous but still relatable, right? And there's nothing wrong with not being relatable, right? But she just gives me like the girl who, only wears designer, right? She only wears designer, She don't know what no Forever 21 is no more. She don't know what no Charlotte Russe is no more. She don't know what a Gotchi is, right? She don't know none of them stores. She don't know. She barely know what Macy's is, okay? She only wears, girl, designer, that's it. But girl, she'll still curse you out if need be. That's what Kimora gives me. And then when you really think about all the mess that's going on with Kimora and that white man, who the girl Russell said that her and that white man was stealing from him. I don't know, allegedly. When you think about all the mess that's going on with Kimora and that white man, her baby daddy, girl, one thing about it, two things for sure. I want to give a shout out to Kimora Lee Simmons. One thing about it, baby, Kimora gonna make sure that whoever she have kids by, he gonna have some money. Kimora got 3 baby daddies. Kimora got 3 baby daddies. Jaimin with his, oof, good. Jaimin so fine. Jaimin Hassoun, is that how you say his name? Then we know Russell, who preyed on her. Girl, we're going to have to call her thing a thing. Did we just talk about this last night? Russell, and then a white man who be stealing. She gonna push out a baby by somebody who got some money and ain't gonna think twice about it. Ask Kimora, does she care that she got 3 baby daddies? No. Quiet as it's kept, she really shouldn't. I mean, cause she might want to care the activities that they were doing. Okay. I want to see Kimora back on my TV. I remember Kimora's TV show her reality show, and it was really cute. I used to watch it. Kimora has a nice personality. She kind of gives me snobby, right? But down to earth snobby. If that makes sense. I like the bougie girls. I like a bougie girl, right? But I also like a bougie girl who will cuss your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Kimora don't give me dumb girl. You know? The pretty, smart girl, right? That's what Kimora gives me. Right? She turned her nose up at some people. But she cool though. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. So shout out to Kimora. I would like to see Kimora on my TV screen, especially if she goes to Beverly Hills. I think that she would be a good addition. I feel like she would be the one who backs up probably Garcelle. You don't know, girl, because the way Garcelle homegirl moving in these streets, Cherie Zampino, whatever her name is, girl. Now it's whatever her name is. Now the other day I was going up for Cherie. Now you see how fast we turn on you. You see how fast the girls will turn on you in a heartbeat. Now it's girl, whatever her name is. Girl, that's the light coming through. I know y'all probably like, what is that on his lips? But that's the light coming through my blinds. I want to try to change my studio up because I have noticed in my videos that the lighting looks a whole lot better when it's night. When I don't have anything coming through my window and I'm not putting no curtains up. You know, the only reason why I had curtains up in my old apartment was because it used to get really, really hot. And my apartment was old. And so the circulation, it really, I had to throw some curtains up to keep some of that heat out. But at one point, I thought I was living in a high-rise apartment on the 54th floor. And I realized, girl, you're on the second floor. This apartment building was built in 19-something, girl. Girl, you need some curtains up because it be hot. But over here, it's feeling not that bad. I never really get hot because of the way that my apartment is situated. But anyways, girl. Let's get into Erika Jayne. So y'all already know what's going on with Garcelle and her son and people sending threats to her son, talking slick to her son, disrespecting her son. Some people are saying that the accounts are not real, the accounts are I don't know, right? And so now, Bravo sent out some type of statement. Again, the statement was, "We are shocked and appalled at the social comments directed at Garcelle's son. We urge our viewers and social followers alike to refrain from targeting our cast and their families with harmful rhetoric." And I'll be the first one to say, girl, do we get emotionally invested in these shows? Yeah, we do. But I think that some of y'all are just a little too. Now I'm sounding like Shawnee O'Neal. Some of y'all are just too invested. Like, girl, I get it. We get wrapped up into these shows, but not to the point where, girl, you should be sending anyone. Like, girl, as much as I can't stand Diana Lizard Tongue Jenkins, okay, girl, I would never go to that woman's page and just be talking crazy to her. Now, I might talk about that helper over here. On my shit. Okay? But, girl, you know what I'm trying to say? But here go Erika. Someone leaves a comment. Wendy Crossley, I don't know, girl. I didn't see Bravo making every post about leaving kids alone when the woke mob was coming after your son for being law enforcement in 2020. AKA, I didn't hear nobody saying nothing at Bravo when the blackies, when the Negroes, when the coloreds. That's what she really wanted to put. The woke mob, y'all better start reading between the lines. Came after your son for being law enforcement in 2020. And then she responds to her and says, exactly. First of all, pretty mess, okay? Girl, your son is a grown-ass man. We're not going to be sitting here comparing a grown-ass, pushing 30-year-old man to a 14-year-old child. Second of all, from what the kids are saying online, your castmate, Garcelle, was the first one to reach out to you to make sure that your son was okay. That's why you can't never trust these hoes. They'll show their ass every time. Your son is a grown man. He like the same age as Garcelle's son. Remember the one who you was trying to smash? The one who you was trying to have a threesome with? While his mama Garcelle was sitting probably 20 feet over on the couch? Yeah, he that age. Yeah. So your son will be okay. Erika, shut up. So this is what, I don't know if All True T wrote this or if it was Carlos King who had wrote this. I don't know. I think it was All True T. I wanted to read something that she put. And, I just got into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, just the other day. I really just got, girl, y'all already know. I didn't really start paying attention to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, watching full seasons until Garcelle came. We're just going to call it for what it is, girl, okay? Before that, I knew who Lisa Rinna was, of course, because of the Days of Our Lives. I knew who Lisa Vanderpump was. I knew who Cal was. I knew all the girls. And I would tune in here and there, but I didn't know them like that. Like I watched Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? And Potomac. And so I came into watching Beverly Hills, even though I would see a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you're not gonna like Lisa. You need to go back and watch it, and you'll see how Lisa really moves." I sometimes can separate. I try. Okay, I'm okay with the girls being bitches. I am, because I feel like somebody has to do it. Somebody got, like, as much as I hate that people are placed into these roles, I guess it's just where we're at in reality TV. Somebody got to be the villain. Somebody got to be like the peacemaker. Somebody got to be the one who, brings everybody together. I guess it's the same thing as a peacemaker, I guess. Somebody has to be, somebody got to be the loud mouth. Somebody got to be, the fashion girl. So I get it. So I don't mind the girls when they, like to stir the pot. I think it just comes a point where, girl, you can't cross a line. And I always use this as an example. I'm probably going to always use this as an example. Like the line that was crossed with Candy and Tide when freaking Frack crossed that line. You get what I'm trying to say? We're not even going to go backwards. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. So it's certain stuff I'm like, okay, girl, whatever. But when you start to get like real down and dirty, it's like, oh, girl, look, you trying to send somebody to jail? Then it's kind of like, okay, girl, I can't get what you moving the way you moving. Lisa Rinna, from what I've seen, has always been okay in my book. I used to low-key go up for Lisa Rinna. You know what I'm saying? When I started, of course, watching the show. Because I used to be like, girl, she's just a bitch. Because she's a bitch. And, girl, it is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be, right? But as I've been watching and the season has been going on and I've been seeing things transpire on social media, I have to say that, and I like to come to stuff on my own terms. Like, you can't tell me how I feel about somebody. You see what I'm saying? If I like them, I like them. If I don't, then I don't. You know what I'm saying? So even when people telling me, girl, why you like Lisa, blah, blah, blah. Girl, because I do, she cool. But now I'm starting to see Lisa for her works. Okay? And I'm starting to see why people have a reason to dislike the heifer. Right? I'm seeing the way that Lisa moves on social media, and I'm seeing how she is playing this role on TV, but it's like, girl, it's like the math ain't mathing. So I'm about to read this because I agree with a lot of stuff that she wrote, and this is what she said. I can see, she was talking about Dorit and Lisa Rinna. Who should, because Carlos King did Carlos King, he loved talking about, girl. One thing about it, two things for sure, Carlos King gonna talk about every show except his own. Let me shut up. He asked the question, who should stay and who should go? Dorit Kemsley or Lisa Rinna? Now before I read this, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all who I felt like who could probably stay, even though they get on my nerves. Lisa, I feel like could probably stay a little bit. but I feel like Dorit should definitely be a friend of the housewives. Dorit don't give me nothing. But then I see flashbacks. I see clips of on All True Tea of how Dorit low-key used to gather the girls. And I'm like, what is bitch at? Because I don't know that Dorit. That's the Dorit. Now, if I would have been introduced to that Dorit, that Dorit, okay, that Dorit, then girl, I probably would have been going up for Dorit because Dorit looked like she used to get in Erika's ass and Lisa's ass. But this is what she had to say. I can see these two being cut after this season. I can see Lisa being cut, honestly. Because she do too much. I feel Dorit will be demoted and Rinna will be gone permanently. I agree. Dorit's first few seasons were iconic. She used to get the girls together and she brought the fashions. But I think that era has passed. I think Dorit was supposed to be demoted this season, but her robbery incident saved her diamond. I think that too. I think Dorit was supposed to be out the door. And that robbery that her and PK set up, I wouldn't mind her in a friend role next season because I do like the scenes with PK and Mauricio. I definitely agree with Rinna's time being up. She's a one-trick pony with the same antics. She literally led the attack against Denise over some baseless rumors, though she admitted at the reunion she didn't like Brandy. So it made it worse because Denise was your friend of 20 plus years that you brought to the show. So you basically sold her out for a Bravo check, which is weird. Okay? We're going to get into it. Then last season, you literally pussyfooted around Erika with all the allegations surrounding her and Tom. Not saying you should have attacked her, but you could have at least asked some questions. That was your perfect moment to make someone own it. Because, Lisa always telling someone to own it. Since that is a model you live by on the show, yet you did nothing but make excuses. You lost credibility as a pot stirrer. Especially when you tried coming in this season with the same antics you used on Denise with Garcelle and Sutton. Though Garcelle was another friend you've known forever like Denise, everything with you has been predictable and is boring and tired now. My girl, she put it. I can't even really disagree with what she said. Because the truth of the matter is, girl, it's kind of like, I'm going to use Kenya as an example. Kenya is good at her job. And the girls know she's good at her job. Right? Do y'all know how disappointed even the people that don't like Kenya? Do y'all know how much of a disappointing season it would have been if Portia and Simon would have came back and Kenya wouldn't have been in her ass? We all would have been looking at our TV screen like, what the fuck is Kenya doing? Girl, why is she not on Portia's ass about this whole Simon and Portia and Fallon situation? Girl, 'cause she brought the cookie lady over a piece of hair. So I know she ought to be on Portia's ass, right? It's like with Lisa Rinna. Lisa, how you gonna be the messy bitch and you throw your friend under the bus because allegedly, Denise, like to, lick a little, she like to do a little munching on the weekend, okay? She like to do a little munching on the weekend, allegedly. Or like to get her stuff munched on by somebody else who got a little cat between their legs. So it's like, girl, how you throw your friend of like 20 plus years under the bus over that? But when it's time to really get down and dirty with Erika Jayne and Tom Girardi, bitch, you sit back and you don't say nothing. And I get it that this is a real life situation with Erika Jayne and Tom Girardi, right? But it's also like, girl, if you're going to be the pot stirrer, if you're going to be that bitch, then girl, you better be that bitch all the way and see it all the way through. I could see this being Lisa's last season on the show. I don't know. Again, I'm new to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I mean, a part of me kind of feels like with them being the number one reality show, I think, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this. I will say this much, out of the Housewives, I think they're number one. Like, it's almost to me kind of like, girl, why change? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, why change? Like, why fix what's? Well, how did they say it? Why fix something that's not broken? So it's kind of like the ratings are past 1 million every episode. I believe they're like the number one franchise. So it's kind of like, girl, why even change anything? Dorit, I definitely think needs to be a friend, or she can go. Dorit ain't brought nothing to this season at all. Like I said, I saw a clip of Dorit from a couple of seasons ago, and baby, Dorit seemed like she used to be on that bitch. Dorit used to be on that ass. I said, well, who the hell is this bitch? And where the hell is she at? Girl, and why she need to come back? Shout out to Dorit. Y'all think Lisa should go? And another thing I want to add too is this. With Kenya and her messiness, right? Kenya don't go after her friends. You see what I'm saying? Kenya don't go after her friends. Has she got into disagreements with her friends? Yes. Has she probably did things that people question that she shouldn't have done regarding her friends? Yes. Has she made mistakes in her friendships? Yes. But does she like intentionally just go after her friends? No. Lisa, you intentionally go after your friends. Clearly Exhibit A with Denise. So if that's the bitch you gonna be, then girl, clearly you just don't care about friendship, which is cool with me. But bitch, when it's really time to get your fingers dirty, bitch, Lisa should have been clawing in to Erika Jayne last season. I'm talking about it should have been a murder scene with Lisa Rinna last season. And then this season, like I said in my review last week, like, no tea, no shade, but you want to sit here and use your mother's death as an excuse to be a bitch to Sutton. Because you're not a bitch to anyone else except Sutton. So it's kind of like, girl, if you are grieving, why are you just taking it out on this one specific person? That you've been having a problem with this person. I'm sorry, that's just how I look at it. Like, it's one thing for you to go through stuff and you to grieve and you be an asshole to, 1, 2, 3 people, and people like, girl, she just going through it. But girl, clearly you just using your mother's death to be a bitch to Sutton. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm done. That's all I wanted to say. I think that's all I got for the Housewives today. And girl, we'll talk later. Bye.